welcome to this week's Dynamite Blitz. I want to start out this one really quick, just hash last week. WrestleMania Night 1, very pedestrian and duddish. Ending, mediocre, triple threat, 30-minute stoppage for random story. Night 2, better. My words were true last week. Dynamite and Collision last week, I think, were still better. WrestleMania Night 1 and 2. Raw redeemed yourself a little bit on Raw. All
right. How about that?
Let's get started with Dynamite here. We get another hot one per tradition these days. Mr. Chavone is in the ring, and who other than Master P comes out, make him say, no. Introducing the Ops for a little bit of a celebration in the ring there after winning the Trios Championships. We're back with the Death Riders. They come running out. They just don't stop. They don't stop.
Yep.
Joe gets Mox in a choke at one point in time.
Yep.
Then you get the Elite to come out.
Oh, it's a train of people. Yep.
Swerve shows up in the crowd there. Then you get Omega. Yep. The Elite retreat. Just a crazy amount of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
For the opener. One after another.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Then I had to write Swerve shows up. That was good. That was kind of many. It was too many writings.
Yeah.
But it was okay. Decent opening, I'd say. Decent.
Joe very sweaty, and he wants that big boy belt again.
He wants his belt back, and sweaty is an understatement. He didn't do anything. He was soaked. Next, we get Renee backstage with the Patriarchy. Christian takes the belt from Wayne at one point in time. I'm like, here we go again. It's like the kill switch thing all over again. He's the champ now. In the end, gives it back.
Yeah, after he gets a little
Wayne.
attitude. Yeah.
Yep. Not too bad. See where that ends up going. I'm hoping for maybe some Christian fallout from the Patriarchy and maybe joins up with someone else. Maybe some other brothers come back in for ladder matches. That's my hopes.
Armchair booking here.
Next, Ricochet and Briscoe. I got really good match. I thought it was pretty good throughout the whole thing there. Ricochet being a little bitch the whole time.
Yeah.
Out of the ring, holding ropes, whining, moaning, telling the ref to tell the people to shut up. All good stuff. He's doing good at that. Also, Ricochet the selling by Ricochet, top notch throughout the whole match. Even punches and kicks, selling like a champ the whole time. They go back and forth for quite a bit there. Ricochet in the corner tries to cheat with his roped foot
on the turnbuckle.
On the ropes there. Yeah. Gets rolled up by Briscoe for the win afterward. It was pretty interesting. I did not think the reversal was going to happen there.
No.
Pretty decent there. Ricochet starts beating down Briscoe. Grabs the scissors.
Scissors are back.
And then gets interrupted by Kevin Knight. Kind of making the save there.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting there. Let's see what happens. Maybe they're building to Kevin Knight, Ricochet.
Yeah, probably.
Feudy-poo with scissors.
What it seems like. Yeah.
Who knows there? We get back to Mr. Schiavone in the ring. And then you get Stokely, who looks a little bit different, I think. Unconfirmed, but looked different to me. Stokely's the new agent for FTR after he announces them. Agent
Stokely Hathaway.
Yeah, worked out pretty good. FTR calls out Rock and Roll Express, who were in the audience there. Embarrasses them pretty hard, won't let them talk at all. End up pile driving Ricky Morton. Looks pretty bad out there.
Yep.
And then the Paragon saves the day. The
Paragon, they're now the Paragon, which is Adam Cole, O'Reilly, and Roddy. So
Paragon.
Yep, new shirts and merch. So
yep. New signage all over the place. Yep. New song. It's still just Adam Cole. His song never changes no matter where he goes.
See if this one sticks.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yep.
See what they do.
Some good wrestlers, so yeah.
Next, we're getting the Young Bucks making their triumphant return to All Elite Wrestling there against Speedball and Kevin Knight.
Yeah.
The Bucks tightened it up.
They
shirtless. Vests usually. Now they're going shirtless. I'm digging that. So they're back.
Flaunting it.
I thought this one was just epic. Tag team excellence throughout this whole thing. Both of those guys, the Young Bucks, they were on top of things. Their moves, their tag team moves were all good. Yep. Some new ones I saw in there. They ended up doing the Meltzer driver. I think it's called the Melter Driver. I think it's the Melter Driver.
Yeah,
on the outside, and he missed, and it was just all ass on concrete.
Yeah. Looked like it hurt.
Yeah, it probably didn't feel good.
Yep.
Didn't feel good. Back and forth, near falls, outside dives, very smooth from all these competitors in there. In the end, there you get Ricochet interferes a little bit, which turned into the Bucks winning that match.
Yeah.
But
that
top
was,
notch.
Yeah, that kip up segment too during that was
all the kicking,
kicking
back and forth, all very nice.
Fun stuff. Fun.
Very nice. Moving on here, we get Renee backstage with Timeless Tony Storm.
Yep.
Setting up an Eliminator challenge on Collision against Queen Minata.
Yep.
Who was back pretty quick from injury. Correct.
Good to see. Yep.
I like. Should be interesting. Looking forward to seeing that after basketball. No. Next, Hurt Syndicate. What do we have here? They need some opponents, I think, early on. Montel was on the mic, if you will, I think. Then who shows up?
MJF. He shows up in a... didn't know what it was at first, but ends up being some fancy new Corvette. He comes out and is basically asking for another vote. He wants in.
Doesn't something happen on the way there, though? Isn't there like a little valet kid there that something happens
to him?
Oh,
yeah, he kind of...
Newt shot.
He does not shut the valet.
Valet kid.
Classic MJF, I guess.
I liked, yes.
Yeah.
And then?
So he gets another vote. This time, Shelton gives him the vote. Not because of the gifts, though. Not because of the gifts.
Not because of the lady friends.
Yep. Or the watch.
Or the watch.
And then he, Bobby's about to give him the no.
Bob?
Yeah, Bob. We're going with Bob now. I think you should probably call him Bobby if he wants to help. But he is about to give him no vote. MJF kind of goes through a little rant and rave and why he shouldn't. He's about to give him no vote again. Kind of does a little comedy sketch, and then he offers him the nice fancy car that he came in. So this segment goes backstage after that because Bob wants to check out the vet. So they go back there, and he gets in the vet and gives him the no vote as he drives away with MJF's car. MVP is telling MJF just, let him do his thing. Sounds like this is going to happen eventually, but he's going to make him suffer for it.
He's got to earn it.
Yep. We'll see. Pretty good segment. Dug it.
It was good.
It was fun. Yep.
Yep. They were going backstage again with Renee with the Hangman back there.
Yeah.
MJF butts on in there and makes fun of Hangman's haircut.
Yes.
Which I've been waiting to do for a while now.
Somebody had to do it. I guess it's fair game now, so I'll allow it.
Then what happened to that one? I blanked out on this one, folks.
You blanked out. Yeah, so they basically traded insults with one another, Hangman and MJF, and MJF basically culminates it with, even if you get there, you're going to end up choking it again like you always do. So I'm seeing some pretty interesting MJF Hangman stuff here in the near future.
Rubber match coming soon.
Yeah, should be good. Yeah, enjoy.
Probably a Texas death match street fight.
Probably something, man. Maybe something.
Hangman.
We'll get some bloody figures out of it, like last time with the MJF match
against He Who Shall Not Be Known. Ospreay and Brody versus Kenosuke and Josh Alexander. The Callis family was next. Good solid match, hard hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Good back and forth there. All those guys are going good. Archer, some interference from Archer came out in there. In the end there, Alexander is to C4 for the victory. Callis family does come back out. Takes out most people there.
Yeah.
Fletcher then comes out. And then the Hangman comes out, kind of setting up that next part of the Owen there.
Yeah. And then right after him, more people come out. Trent Beretta and Rocky come out.
Well, yeah, Trent and Rocky came out after as well, yeah. Whole Callis family was out there in full force. Fletcher lays out Hangman. Setting up next week on Dynamite, the last section of the Owen there. Winner fighting Ospreay. Double or nothing. Then main event. Stat versus Hater.
Yeah.
Solid main event. Both did well. I think they had good chemistry. They always have good matches together when they get together anyway. Good spots throughout there. Hater did many of her cool things. You had Stat on the outside doing some random shit. Weird flippy thing and landed weird. That was weird anyway.
Yeah.
Just flip on the floor in your face. Good move.
Yeah.
Good move. In the end, the Haterade for the victory. So Hater gets that win in the Owen, so she's going to fight CEO Mercedes Moné, who comes out next.
Yeah, big stare down.
Worked out pretty good when I was pissed at the end when Haters music played. She was none happy.
Yeah, how dare you?
She's probably going back to the Fed.
Yep.
That's it.
I guess so.
That is it.
You heard it here first.
That's it.
What was your choppiest match? Best segment of the night, choppiest match.
There you
what
go,
was
choppiest
it?
match. I got Ricochet and Briscoe for my choppiest match.
Yeah, that would probably be my honorable mention, but Ospreay, Brody, Kanosuke, Josh Alexander match. Brody had some nasty chops in there.
He has heavies.
Yeah, they're
He
heavies.
has heavies. We're splitting it, folks. Ricochet
Split.
and Briscoe
Yeah.
and Brody. We'll just call it Brody.
Yeah, Brody, because it's Brody.
Brody was by himself.
Yeah.
High spot for me. You can go first. Do your high spot.
Me, honestly, the main event, Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander, solid women's match. Like Ryan said here, Stag, that it's smooth and clean, and they just put on a good show. So happy for Jamie getting her chance again. Pretty good stuff. Can't complain.
My high spot, you're hearing it here, folks. Bucks versus Jet and Speedball. I am putting that number 3 match of the year for me. Match of the year. Number 3 currently. Epic.
What?
Epic.
Really? Okay.
Number 3
Alright.
of the year for me. Throwing it out there. Keeping tallies. Number 3. Low spot. I'm just going to go with the opening. It was hectic and kind of just random and some stuff throughout there. It didn't even need to happen.
Yeah, it was.
It'd
Some
be
of it
okay.
didn't need to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
a lot,
okay.
I guess. Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I
Yeah.
got to see all the people there, so it was good for the people in attendance. So they got to see Kenny and all those good
Yeah.
guys come out, so it was interesting for
Master
them.
P is a hometown guy, I guess.
Master
so.
P was out there, yeah, so it's good for them.
But yeah, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but overall, I thought Dynamite, another successful Dynamite.
Yeah.
They're keeping it rolling here. It's been 4 or 5 in a row, just bangers throughout there. All long, solid matches there, so you're getting an hour and a half of wrestling,
Yeah, it does seem to be getting
if you will.
less.
Coming up on Collision, you're getting FTR versus the Paragon. Swerve versus Blake Christian. Looking forward to that one. Top Flight versus The Crew.
Yeah,
Bandito versus Dralistico.
for the title, right?
And for the title. And Tony versus Queen Aminata in that little eliminator match there. Let's see what happens. So Queen could win.
Yeah.
Setting up, doubling up the match, maybe. Who knows? But I think the Blitz has been a banger. We're going to call that a night. We will see you later.
Bye.